Hey there everybody, welcome back to this Pokemon Snap playthrough that's not a playthrough. My name is Andy, the Commentator. This is episode number 53 of the series, the focus of which is going to be Lapras. So you can see that the current Lapras I've got saved on the cartridge, a score of 3,510, so one of the lowest scoring photos that is on the game. And to get that score, I have a rather pitiful size of 510, a pose of 1,000, but a little bit of a nice same Pokemon bonus of 490. Now before we try and match that score or indeed beat it, or get as close to it as we possibly can, I must of course read the POSG entry for Lapras. Now this is actually in 3 parts, and there's a very good reason for that, and I'm going to read all 3 parts, which will hopefully make sense as to why when we get into the actual taking of the photo part of the video. So Lapras part 1 goes like this. Scan the horizon whenever the sea is in view, and you may spot one of these shy creatures peeking up to see what's going on. To lure one close to shore, snap pictures every time that they appear. To start the ball rolling, photograph the Lapras swimming in this first segment of sea. Let's move on to section 2. So area 2, Lapras part 2. When you hit the second part of ocean, peer into the mist for signs of 2 more Lapras. The first is the one from Area 1. The second is a new Curious Lapras. Snap both, 1 photo of each, and continue. And the last but not least, Lapras number 3, which is in Area 3. When you approach the Eevee and Kangaskhan areas, look over at the inlet on your right. Keep taking pictures of the Lapras there, and before you know it, one will appear right at the water's edge. So that's quite a nice little way of actually describing what we're going to do. So that's why I read all 3 parts, because essentially this is one of those photos that needs a little bit of setup. So instead of talking about it, let's actually do it. But again, before I do that, just one last little thing I want to mention. Now I think it was the Staryu. It was a Staryu episode when I said Staryu is my lowest scoring photo, and it now no longer is. It's actually Lapras. I'm just going to quickly rearrange the photo decks by score. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, so Staryu was my lowest scoring photo, but it is now Lapras. I've actually beaten the... so you can see there I've got a Staryu that's actually beaten the Diglett and the Lapras. So there's not many photos that are sub 4,000. We haven't done Eevee or Snorlax yet. I'm hoping I can get those to 4,000. I think Eevee's more possible than Snorlax on that one, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so this is the Staryu photo that I got. So I didn't actually get that one. I didn't record myself getting that one. So I got that as part of the many outtakes of Starmie. We ended up with that photo. I can't remember actually. I don't know if I did record that one or not, or if it was part of the... Anyway, I got that one. I didn't get that during the Staryu episode, is the point I'm trying to make. So that's the Diglett one. And yeah, so now Lapras is the lowest scoring photo. So let's see if we can change that. We need to get it up by 40 points at least to do that. But again, as I've said many times throughout this series, I just need to... I'm just trying to show you how to get the photo. I'm not trying to beat my scores. If I beat my scores along the way, like I did with Electabuzz, for example, then great. Have I gone on the album again? Yeah, I have. We'll edit that little bit out, don't worry. Anyway, let's go to the beach. Back to the beach for, I would say, one last time, but no, we've got Eevee and Snorlax. So, certainly isn't. Right, so this needs a little bit of setting up. I also need to not fly into the Pidgey. Now, I'm not 100% sure how much the flute comes into play here. Oh, there's a Lapras. Get out the way, Butterfree. That's annoying. I think this is one of those as well, a little bit like Grimer, where you to set up for Muck, where you need to get the let's try the flute, where you need to get the red circle. It needs to say Lapras on the screen. Oh, there we go. So we've managed to get that this time. I feel like that wasn't the same Lapras as the one that the Butterfree got in the way of, but maybe it was. I don't think the flute song matters either. Also wakes the Snorlax up, but we'll worry about that when we get to the Snorlax episode. Yeah, so I think the guide was pretty much right, in the sense of having to take... Oh, hello. So we've got that Lapras and that Lapras. So let's do exactly what the guide says. actually not a bad guide. This one. Got the Pokemon Stadium Primers Guides. Right. Ooh. Chance for Butterfree. A little bit late there. Okay, so we've hopefully set this up. Let's see. It is hard to get a good score on this, because it's hard to get a good size score. The key here is we need to get all 3 Lapras to come out at once, which could be a problem. Let's play the flute. So snap you. Oh, there we go. First time. Unfortunately, the one on the left there started going into the water. Let's see what that gets, though. This may be a one and done. This may be a longer introduction than gameplay. Hopefully it is, because as you may be able to tell from my voice, I've got pretty bad hay fever at the minute. It's I sound a little bit nasally. More nasally than normal. Right. Now I think the size is going to be compromised here. So let's go for that one. We'll go for that one, I think. We need one where, like I said, we need one with all 3 visible. Is it going to make any difference? We'll go with that one. Yes. Let's go with that one. I think this is the 3rd water type in a row, isn't it? That we did Magikarp and Gyarados for the last 2 episodes. It's not a water type next, though. Or is it? We shall see. Yeah, so Polo 440 size, so we're not going to beat the score, but let's see what we get anyway. 1,000 pose. I think that's the highest. I don't actually know what the highest pose is. I think it's that one. I can't imagine there's a higher one. But I may be wrong. Wow. Right, so unless we get a massive same Pokemon score, which we won't. Let's see, though. Hey, 420. So not bad, actually, 3,300. I'm tempted to keep that and just say, well, that's it. We're done. I'll have a couple more goes, but yeah, you get the idea. You just need to get all 3, basically. So we'll have 2 or 3 more goes, then we'll end the episode, because there's not really a lot to. I've kind of done it basically. I just obviously didn't get a score that I would have liked. I should have. Yes. I never know whether to speed. I never know whether to speed there to the gap or just normal 0-1 speed. Right, so once again we do the setup. No, the Lapras is obviously over here. Oh, hello. Right, so we take that one. We'll not wake the Snorlax up this time, because it's not his episode yet. I really like Lapras. One of the... this is a Pokemon that should never, ever have a... No! Come back! Slow down. For me, Lapras is a... It's almost the perfect Pokemon. It should never... Right, there goes the other one. They should never, ever give Lapras an evolution. Or a maybe, and I mean absolute maybe, a pre-evolution. Possibly. Maybe a baby type. You know, one with basically like a little sort of snail that doesn't have a shell on the back. Then it evolves into the majestic... Oh, hello. Yeah, this is what I was looking at last time. Extra Lapras there. Yeah, maybe give it a pre-evolution, but I wouldn't. I'd leave it as a single stage, untouched forever. Lapras, like I said, it's almost the perfect Pokemon. Okay, so we're in the 0-1 to the right to try and get a little bit nearer. Now, do we speed or do we go normal speed? Okay, it's gone back under now. Let's play the flute, try and get back out. Oh, hello. And the problem with this is going to be, it's not going to have all 3 in the shot, but let's see anyway what we get. Yeah, it's almost a quintessential Pokemon, Lapras. Okay. So 32 pictures. Most of which are going to suck. But these few, hopefully, are not. Again, I don't know if the pose matters. I don't know if it needs to be looking at the camera like it is on mine, or you can see that with mine, I've got the other two Lapras in the shot, and they're quite fully out the water. I feel like there's a bigger size score. We'll go with that one, because you can see the other two a little bit. You can see a Pidgey there in the background.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So poorer size, 1,000 pose. It won't be a higher score because of the same Pokemon score won't be anywhere near as high. 350, so slightly lower than last time. See, getting to 3,500 is a bit of a pain with this one. This is a tough one. Okay, we'll have one more, possibly two more goes, then we'll call it a day. This is one of the more difficult ones to get a good score on. I feel like with the same Pokemons, I should be able to beat that Diglett score. But yeah, I don't know what the key is to getting a good size score for this. I don't know if there is one, to be honest. I'll try the flute, see if it brings it out. Bring them out, bring them out. There we go. That's one. Take another one just in case, although that one didn't register. It didn't say Lapras. Yeah, I remember one of the first times I completed Pokemon Red, I had a Lapras on my team. That was mainly because that's you. Absolutely sure. That was primarily because it had ice, because it was a water and ice type. I didn't actually realise that the fact it was an ice type, young me didn't realise the fact it was an ice type was actually a bit of a disadvantage. You could argue it's better as a pure water, but just learning ice moves. But yeah, I've always liked the ice type, even though like objectively it's not very good. But yeah, Lapras. One of the first times I completed Pokemon Red, Lapras was one of my 6. I think I mentioned this team before. It was I can't remember exactly what. It was something like Lapras, Pidgey, or Pidgeot. I think I had Jinx. If the other two could pop up now, that'd be great. That'd be great before the damn it. Let's see what that gets. Yeah, something like Lapras, Pidgeot, Jinx. I think I may have had Articuno, just to prove how much I love ice types. Dugtrio and Gengar, something like that. Anyway. Yeah, big fan of Lapras. So, many happy memories of having Lapras on my team. Not so happy memories of trying to take a good picture of Lapras. These are all going to suck, but oh well. Let's see what it gets not looking at the camera. Let's see if that makes any difference at all. We'll go with that one, because the other two are visible. Just one of them is literally the top of its head's poking out. We'll have one more go, then we'll end the episode. Okay. So let's see. So 470, yeah. Yeah, still gets 1,000 pose. So I don't know how you get a lower or higher pose. Maybe when it's descending underwater. Maybe a lower pose, I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to beat the score, so let's just skip past that. Right, we'll have another go. In fact, you know what? I may try and get a photo of it, either popping up or going under the water. See if that gets a different pose. The problem with that is it's going to get a lower size score, because it won't be fully visible. But let's try. Let's think about that one. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the last turn or not, or if we're going to do one more. But I don't want to do too many more, because it's. I also want the Butterfree to get out of the way. I feel like it did that on purpose. You know what? I'm going to throw poison at that. Yeah, screw you. Please come back out. I got distracted there trying to throw poison at a Butterfree. Because it flew in the way. I feel like it flew in the way on purpose there. Which is why we wanted to punish it. We got it in the end. Don't think the flute song matters. I've already said that before. Oh, excuse me. What is going on here? So I've played the flute. It's come out eventually. I really don't know if it makes any difference or not. Really got no idea. I don't know if it makes a difference either. You need to get it again here. Going over the bridge. I don't think it can do any harm. I can't see how it can be a bad thing. Right. The problem here is, as we've said, you never quite know what you're going to get. Now you can see there, you can just see between the rocks, the back two are out at the minute. So I'm going to slow down. Because they're going to go under the water. We need all three out at once to get the big score. Well, we can call it the lowest score in photo, the big score. Damn it. That was the shot there. Keep slowing down. Let's try and get them all out again. Right, 1, 2, here we go. All three, but unfortunately now it's going to be clipped because we've gone too far. Annoying. Annoying, annoying, annoying. Ooh, two kinds. That stupid Butterfree. It really did annoy me though, actually, earlier. Don't know why it annoyed me so much. Anyway, let's see what we've got here. Have we got a good shot of all three? The answer to that question is going to be no. You see, the size is going to be rubbish there. It's barely out the water. But you know what? I said let's try and get one of it either coming out or going into the water. So let's go with that one. Because you can see the other two more clearly. But I think the size is going to be compromised here. Compromised, you could say. Or you could not say. Yes, the only 280. In fact, he may not even give us the rest of a score here. We may get the... You are close. No, we haven't. Yeah, still 1,000, right. 420 again, less than 3,000. Right, one more go. Let's get over 3,000 again, and then we'll stick a fork in this episode.
Welcome back.
And then we're on to the last page of the decks.
Yes.
Which is nice. Okay, here we go. We're not going to throw poison at Butterfrees this time. Even if it gets in the way, which no doubt it will. The tree's in the way this time. There we go. Let's make absolutely sure. Don't know why, but I just prefer the third flute song. So I played the third flute song and out it comes. So let's keep the third flute song there. Let's keep the third flute song the one that's ready to go. Right, there's the Lapras again. I need that bigger one to come out. Or the one that's near the front, I should say. Any chance? In the end. Okay. We'll try and get the one. Who here wants a Lapras across a bridge? That was terrible. That was a really bad joke. Anyway, move on quickly. Right, hopefully we'll get all three from that. Don't know if we will. But we're done here. So we'll let the pigeon, the Meowth, get out. Do it. And we'll try. Oh, hello. Come on, pop up. Pop up, one at the back. You suck. Oh, you come up now, don't you? You stupid. Oh, hello. That sucked. That was annoying. I'm tempted to have one more go, actually, because of that, but no, we won't. Right, okay, let's see if we got anything half decent there. I suspect not. How did I get it so the rocks weren't visible? Well, I took it from that angle, basically. Yeah, these all suck. Because you don't see the other two. We'll go with that one.
Yes.
But yeah, you get the idea. So, bit of setup, and then you just need a little bit of luck, and you can hopefully get a decent score. Yeah, 416, not even got 5. Let's see what we get. 80 points for the same Pokemon. That is pretty terrible. We'll have one more go. And this is definitely the last attempt. If anyone's still got this video in at this point, I do appreciate it. But
Welcome back.
oh dear me. Can't wait to listen to this back. See how terrible I sound. Probably worse than normal. Right, come on. Here we go. Let's do this. Right, got you. I'm only going to take one. Get the third flute song ready. So much for only taking one. Right, on to the next one. Can't you do this game without the speed engine? My goodness me. I can't remember at what point you get the speed engine. Oh, hello. You need to play the flute that time. I actually didn't want to pop up. Oh, right on cue. There we go, just to make absolutely sure it said Lapras. Right, do we need this one that pops up on this bridge area? I think I might edit that bridge comment out, actually. Slow down just in case. Go for the great flute song. I think the third flute song sounds more maritime. I said third flute song there. Right. Shame those Butterfrees didn't come a bit quicker. The old Scyther out for old time's sake. Or not. Okay, here we go. Right, one of the Lapras is out already. It should have gone back under the water, hopefully. Right, we've got one. Got the big one at the front. And the other two don't bother. Slow down as much as we can. Right, we've got... The problem is when you get past a certain point, you can't see that. You can't see all three of them. And that's the issue. You've only got a really short window to actually get all three in the shot. Because you go past a certain point, and then the main one at the front... Oh, but that's Pikachu. Fair enough. You go past the main one at the front, and then it blocks the two behind it, so it's kind of pointless, really. That's a good picture. Shame the two aren't. Shame at least one of them isn't popped up there, because that's quite a good picture. We'll submit that and just see what the size is. It won't obviously won't beat the score because there's no same Pokemon bonus. But I just want to see what the size is, and then we'll end the episode. Try and get this done under 25 minutes if we can. Only 460, so we'll skip past that. Okay, but you get the idea. That's basically so a bit of setup, bit of luck, and you should get hopefully a decent Lapras. It's one of the more difficult ones. This one.
Welcome back.
Okay, so back to the report to end the episode. So another one we haven't beaten the score, or matched the score this time. Sadly, we did match the Gyarados, didn't we? So that's good. So back to Lapras. Did we say the new Gyarados? Yeah, I did say the new Gyarados. So yeah. Anyway, don't worry about that one. So that was Lapras. So we're now on the final page of the photo decks on the next episode. So but that's the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video should you choose to do that. While you're here on YouTube, if you head on over to the channel, The Uncommentator, you'll find the rest of the videos in this playlist. You'll also find a myriad of other games I've played through. If Pokemon is your bag, and you want to see Lapras actually doing ice beams and surfs rather than just having pictures taken of it, then please go and check out my Pokemon Stadium 1 and Pokemon Stadium 2 playthroughs where I've beaten both of those games only using rental Pokemon. But join me next time, we're going to be moving on to Ditto. I'm going to be moving on to get some antihistamines, but until we get to that point, for now from me, it is sayonara.